Welcome to the serve the Lord and the priests and prophets and the fight for Christ and the go to war for the straight soldiers and the go to ground for the all my brothers in the become a man in the follow orders in the gonna die for the gonna live for the change my life in the real niggas in the spread the truth in the stay flammable in the I.S.U.P.K. The Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge. Since 1969, we've been spreading the truth that blacks and Hispanics are the real Jews of the Bible. We are under Commander General YAHANNA. It's a
Yahweh about to lead them to freedom, release them from Edom, the border of wickedness. With that in mind, it's time to rebuild the temple. Rebuild the temple. Taking them back. Mr. Old school rap tunes. Ever since Honeys was wearing Sassoons. Duke 22 and 5 look alive. Come a long way from the shuck and the jive to the 9 tribes that make up the northern kingdom. The Messiah's coming back. Yahweh about to lead them to freedom, release them from Edom, the border of wickedness. Malachi and Psalm 83 mention Yahweh's name ain't Jehovah. Better hearken to what Hosea told you. Open up the read out the Torah. Pray for wisdom, he'll show you law and order. Get you back on your feet to turn back our captivity. Back to the east, that is at least from here, western hemisphere. The power, a strong tower, and it's up to be revered. So be a good cheer. He's the world conqueror, coming to redeem when the truth is unpopular. A blast of the shafars, the effect is Doppler. Welcome in the Nazarene, carpenter, the symphony and opera is playing. Proverbs are good sayings. After the way in, the Son of Man is blazing and coming fast. Say it ain't so. I'm not sure y'all coming black, head white as snow. Double-edged sword, not words of peace, just the law, the life, and the judgment seat. And coming fast, say it ain't so. The Messiah coming black, head white as snow. With the double-edged sword, not words of peace, just the law, the life, judgment seat. Information overload, but no, I won't explode. Take it to the streets, meet me on the road. First and second Maccabees, put it in their faculties at the hands of the Greeks. Many Hebrew casualties, we living with realities brought about by the fact that our ancestors casually set aside as legalities. Leviticus 26 as the break for the ignorance, but 2/3 will be cut off. He only chose the remnant. A recompense is imminent, we call it Armageddon. Man's attempt to stand against the right arm of heaven, since severing from the law. Lucifer's undisputed, his command only only thing left to keep us rooted, suited and booted to prove the Messiah fulfills again. Colossians chapter 3 verse 16 while he's chilling in Hashemayim, the dummy say Shamayim. When you wean from the milk, you develop the teeth to rip the meat. Rap with intensity. This is not about rap in industry. As the problems proceed for the seed of Israel and Judah, Moses was charged with Deuteronomy 32. You grip the Kodash, part of your arsenal. Your shield and it's seen a great reward is obstacle. And coming fast, say it ain't so. Hamashiach coming black, head white as snow. Double-edged sword, not words of peace. Just the law, the life, and the judgment seat. And coming fast, say it ain't so. The Messiah coming black, head white as snow. Revelation chapter 1 verse 12 through 17 means Revelation 2 and 9. It's true in the latter time. With that in mind, it's rebuild the temple. No more the sweet and simple. It gets deeper than dimples. The effect of the ripple causes the tidal wave to tsunami. The dietary law turns away Kato salami. When we auction the body to the highest bidder, one must ask, both my people even consider he came to deliver the seed of the people who crossed the river Jordan. And when we leave my Tesori investment, living spiraling, just like New Orleans, he's dealing with the saints. It's not a mystery. We live in Babylon the Great, the mother of all harlots. Heartless, calling evil good in the light of darkness. Regardless, repent and keep the feast of dedication. The abomination of desolation was in our nation. Maccabeus replaced the morning with celebration. The oil of one night lasting for several days. It's the same as Purim with that wicked man Haman. Hadassah came and left the Amalekite hanging from the gallows. Mordecai on the saddle when Israel won the battle. The holy was hallowed. Your religion is shallow when you deny the shadow. The law and the testimonies for Yasha Allah, only the covenants and the judgments, oh they should not desire. Zephaniah 2 verse 1 is not retired. What Yahweh requires is obedience. Numbers 15:38 can't happen without reading it, thus requiring immediate action with no subtraction or addition for the remission of sin, transgression of the law. Yahweh Shai, remember the name. Noah's eyes or a fiery flame from the fruit of the vine. And coming fast, say it ain't so. Hamashiach coming black, head white as snow. Double-edged sword, not words of peace. Just the law, the life, judgment seed. And coming fast, say it ain't so. The Messiah coming black, head white as snow. With the double-edged sword, not words of peace. Just the law, the life, judgment seed. And coming fast, say it ain't so. Hamashiach coming black, head white as snow. With the double-edged sword, not words of peace. Just the law, the life, and the judgment seed. And coming fast, say it ain't so. The Messiah coming black, head white as snow. Double-edged sword, not words of peace. Just the law, the life, judgment seed. The life and the judgment seed. From the gallows, Mordecai on the saddle. When Israel won the battle, the holy day was hallowed. Recompense is imminent, we call it Armageddon. Mass attempt to stand against the right arm of heaven. With that in mind, it's time to rebuild the temple. Rebuild the temple.
Lord put the Holy Spirit on your name. And when they drew him out of the water, they named him Masha. Him was drawn from the waters. That's why they named him. And Lord, did he get the right name? Because he stood up with the Most High. And in standing up with the Most High, he parted the Red Sea, and an entire nation of Israel walked out of the slavery of and they want to know why we do. They want to understand why we do what we do. That's right. And we're going to call on the Most High. Don't give a damn what the white man thinks. We're calling on the Lord to bring the world forth and destroy these nations on the earth. And the Lord.
Out of I.S.U.P.K. Kareem, Texas, on the American Army. Now check this out. Real quick, I'm about to let you know something. We all come down to Texas. We all come down to Texas. We all come down to Texas.
Yeah. Yo, we up. Clap it up. You know how we do. Clap it up. What an intro. Yeah, you in the right spot, man. The I.S.U.P.K. under Command General YAHANNA. That's who we here to. We the school that you are in right now. Listen to this class. Let me get this straight real quick. Because before I go into anything, I want to thank Yahweh Shai, take the water for all that he's done for this nation, man. You know what I mean? To bring brothers out the dirt, man, and to rise brothers up, man, to defend this nation, its cause, and everything that it represents. You understand? Underneath our King, Yahweh Shai, of course. Also, I want to give a good big shout out to Commander General YAHANNA. Commander General YAHANNA, I'm going to keep saying it, you understand? I'm going to keep recognizing this body until it gets into your futile mind that this is where you need to be. You understand? Commander General YAHANNA, honorable in his in this truth, man, the head, he holds the reins to this nation, and no other man could claim that. Right. You understand? No other man. So shout out to Commander General YAHANNA, man. I very sincerely and every day, you know, waking up to new truths, but you know, am in your debt and serve our King, serve you underneath our King, you understand? Most High in Christ. Also, we're going to go to the General Mahiman. I don't know how this goes. I want to thank General Mahiman for just being the pillar, man, just always, you know, you know, at the back in Commander General YAHANNA, and you know, taking on all the issues of this nation, man, and making sure brothers is straight, sisters is straight, families is good, man. General Mahiman does it all. I can't even say enough, man. As well as teaching these bomb classes. These are some fire classes he's teaching. You understand? So the water to General Mahiman. Also, General Mayak. Y'all know General Mayak, man. General Mayak been always, I remember him coming down from Philly in that red minivan from back in the day, man. I see that red minivan, but before I was in the school, I see that red minivan pull out. Y'all need any help with anything? No, we straight right. You know, I went to school. That was still an outsider at the time. But I was, you know, coming in and slowly getting my head right. And General Mayaka used to always give me that encouragement. He was like a great big giant before me. So General Mayak. Also, General Hazayan. General Hazayan, man. General Hazayan was instrumental when I came up in Philly. When I came up in Philly, and y'all might not know, it's a few stories about the school we would, you know, the some cats that was that rebelled, but General Howard Young always was there, man. He was always there to, always, give me that talk I needed. You understand, and all that. General Howard Young is definitely, brother. Everybody that knows General Howard know he's a hell of a brother. You understand? Looking out for brothers. Making sure brothers' well-being is all right and all that. So I'll give him a big round of applause. General SHALAM. Over Beatmore, I do believe, right? General SHALAM, man, I'd never forget when me and him used to go out to Virginia. And General SHALAM, we used to always have a little, in the car going to Virginia. Like we was the two paired up to go into Virginia. I'll let y'all know. And we opened up Virginia back then, man. We used to have crowds out there in Virginia. And General SHALAM, we would have some of the, some outstanding conversations and the topics we're going to go into and all that. It was a hell of a time, man. I loved every bit of it. So I'll give a shout out to him. Also, General Katungaba. My main man, General Katungaba, spent many years in the barracks in DC, man. You understand? But it was a hell of a time. I tell everybody, it was an amazing time. You know what I mean? Brothers are learning a lot. You know what I'm saying? Growing. It was just, and also Captain Mashak and Captain Nayata. You know what I'm saying? It was just amazing. So we'll give out General Gatham a shout out to him. General Kabbalah, General Q, what it is, what it do. My General Q as well, man. I remember him always getting on me about that fitness, but making outstanding dishes. You know what I'm saying? And just being in there, being supportive, a hell of a brother as far, and hell of a historian as well. You know what I'm saying? General Q, I used to go always back to General Q. Where's the note for this? You got the notes for this, or did you take, this and that, whatever, So he was just always, looking out for a brother. And these men, man, are really, I remember all the things used to go back in that old school. Man, that Capitol High School, boy, was something that I hated to see that being torn down. But I remember what happened in old school, man, and it just brings a smile to my face, man, just to see how we had first, came into that school, man, and the different things that went on. So just wanted to just give the generals their just dues, man. The scriptures say give double honors to the elders, right? That's what we supposed to be doing. You know what I mean? For all the work they put in. Also, the captains. There's so many captains, I'm not even going to try to name them all. Give a shout out to all the captains, man. All the captains in the I.S.U.P.K, making sure brothers is squared away and teaching them the right way to that they should follow, man, making sure everything is on track. That's a heavy job, man. But this school is looking magnificent, if I may say so. Also, we got the officers. Now, I should be saying this in the Hebrew, and maybe if I did, y'all probably wouldn't understand what I was saying. Probably catch on a few classes later. But the officers doing a hell of a job, man, backing up these captains, man, getting this work done. We got work to do, man. People always talking about when you go, what do they say? You don't have to do anything. You just save by not doing anything. No, man, we got to put down this truth. You know what I mean? I used to even say going into the highways and byways. You know what I mean? That ain't doing nothing. You know, like people always, you know what they always say. I can't remember the exact word you Christians say. Yeah, so yeah, give the officers a round of applause that we did. And the troopers, man, you know what I'm saying? The troopers doing the, you know, coming up in here, you know, getting their footing, of course. I look forward to seeing each and every one of you at the Passover, man. Man, I want to see everybody there if I could, man, because we got things to talk about, you know what I'm saying, showing brotherhood, sisterhood, and all that, and making sure everybody, you know, taken care of, man. So, the troopers, of course. Also, we're going to give a shout out to the sisters. I told you these sisters in the I.S.U.P.K are better than you sisters in the world. They better than you sisters in the world. I can brag now. But the sisters in the I.S.U.P.K did not celebrate none of that Valentine's garbage. But you women in the world did. You understand? So yeah. If you celebrated Valentine's Day, you support MAGA, as far as I'm concerned. You want to support the Roman holiday. It got nothing to do with you. You might as well say I support MAGA and Trump. You understand? But shout out to the sisters in the school, man, for all the work that they've done, they're doing is not going unnoticed. You understand? This is the full body of men and women in the truth, man. The full body, you understand? So just want to bring that out. We got a few stories to go into. Oh, let's go into the what we're going into first, missing persons, right?
Yes, sir.
And then the we got one invention. Just bear with us. We're gonna put this up. We didn't do it last week, so we want to cover it this week. A few, you know what I mean? There's so many. I hear it's 130,000 missing I.S.Raelites down in Mexico. Young people. Might be young, few older too. My goodness, I seen that. I said, this is insane. This is ridiculous, man. We are truly in hell, man. The things that's going on to our people. Not only getting kicked out of here, missing people, you know what I'm saying? You add it all up, man. It's just a nightmare. But go ahead to the first story, my boy.
Yes, sir.
Check this out.
13-year-old girl jumped from New York City bridge to her death, and family says it happened because she was taken from them.
13 years old, jumped from a bridge to her death. You got to understand, you got to know what's going on. A lot of times we get selfish and thinking that we the only ones going through something. When you got people going through unimaginable pains, man, that's going through a lot of trauma in their mind, in their head, and don't know how to deal with it. Don't understand what you and I understand. 13 years old, just starting life. Ain't been on this earth 13 years. And she jumped to her death because she was taken from her family? Is that what it said?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, she was taken from her family. Probably abducted, I don't know, abducted or something like that. I'm not sure. Let's read a little bit of the story and find out.
Yes, sir. Jay Smith was just 13 years old when she jumped from the Brooklyn Bridge into the East River in New York City. Her suicide came after a nearly 2-year battle with the Administration for Children's Services.
Oh, I get it now. I got it. Okay, go ahead.
Jay suffered from severe mental health issues and often hallucinated.
So she was taken from, so I guess she was taken from her parents 2 years ago, whatever reason, and put into the the system. And the young sister, it was just too much for her. That lets you know, man, this is, you can imagine what kids are going to do when their parents divorce one another, or life, the unstableness of life after that situation happened, or, all kinds of things, man. People ain't, our kids ain't eating a lot of times. You know how many homeless kids there is in the city? Oh my goodness. Homeless around the country. I'm talking about kids. They got to adapt to that type of situation. Like, you never know what a person is going through, man. You know what I'm saying? That's why these laws is real important for us, man. The Lord's laws. Go ahead, read some more.
Yes, sir.
Oh, let me just say this before you start. If anybody got any questions or anything like that, please type them in. You understand? We'll try to get to them as soon as possible. Go ahead, Abad.
Yes, sir. According to a lawsuit, a 2022 delusion changed Jade's family life in the worst possible way. Jade claimed someone came into her room one night after she went to bed and groped her. She eventually named
groped her?
Yes, sir.
Okay, go ahead. Damn. That's another thing. These goddamn child molesting ass people, man. Jeez, boy, this is insane. You can't even be a kid. Can't even grow up. Can't even get a chance at life. How you think somebody going to process you? Is she 10 years old, 11 years old, you groping her because you got some old lust up inside of you that you never had any, never dealt with. You understand? It's, you know what I mean? It's going to be a payment for it. You're going to have to pay. Straighten it out. These sins going to have to be paid for, man. Go ahead.
She eventually named her stepfather, Richard Nemo, as the abuser.
Stepfather abused her. Right in the family. It's somehow, some way connected to the family. And, go ahead.
The accusation led to Jade's removal from her family's home in the beginning of their nightmare. Jade's parents want justice for their daughter.
That's insane. That's terrible. Okay. We got any scriptures on this? Is any more on it? Any interesting parts, or just about it?
That was basically it, sir.
Well, I wanted to start off the missing person with that story right there, man, and show you how much trauma and how much, that our kids are facing. They shouldn't have to be, that weight shouldn't be put on them at that young of an age, man. You know what I mean? So it shows that there is a very, very dysfunctional head above that child. That child's parents is very dysfunctional. That child, whatever it may be, but when issues like that, you place your child on the back burner because things, you feel more pertinent or whatever. So they're not being watched right, and then all of a sudden somebody with a multitude of demons come and see a situation that is not protected and take advantage of it. That's what's going on. We got any scriptures on this or not? If not, just move to the next one. Yes, if anybody want to say anything, let me know.
Salaki, sir, I don't know if Ephesians 6:4 be a good one.
I got to hear it.
Can you pull up Officer Baba Kusha?
Yes.
Is that to train up a child? What is Ephesians 6:4? Okay. That's not, I want to say that's not.
Making it big right now.
Mhm.
This is Ephesians. This book of Ephesians chapter 6 and verse 4. And ye fathers, provoke not your children to wrath, but bring them up in the nurture in the admonition of the Lord.
I mean, you can use it. It's probably not the best one, but you can go around about explaining it. You know, of course, the fathers are instrumental in the homes. You know what I mean? To keep that type of activity from coming in the house. You know what I mean? Person will think twice if there's a man in the house rather than if there's just a woman in the house. You know what I mean? The kids don't even they'll try a woman. You know what I mean? Before they try that father. You understand? Give me some more. Is that it?
That was it, sir.
Okay. But yeah, you definitely supposed to, bring your child up and admonish them in the right way that the Lord said to do and teach them his commandments, of course. You know what I mean? Let's go ahead.
Yes, sir.
Mm-hmm.
The next missing persons is 16-year-old girl missing since September in Sacramento. Police confirmed. Saria Hamilton, last seen Sacramento, California.
Oh, hold up. She was missing since when?
September.
Since September. Wow, okay. Sacramento, and she's 16?
Yes, sir.
And what's her name?
Saria Hamilton.
Saria Hamilton? Sure. Okay. You know what you gotta do out in Cali. You know what I mean? I heard that storm coming out there too. In certain places in Cali, huh? Okay, go ahead.
Okay. Next one is Asia.
Asia.
Last seen, yes, sir. Missing since October. Last seen in East New York, Brooklyn.
In Brooklyn since October. Asia. Okay, how old is she? She about 4.
It doesn't say.
Okay, don't sweat it then. You know what I mean? New York, you up. We got kids missing around here, man, And keep an eye out for them. Okay.
Yes, sir. Next one is Jessica Alvarado.
Jessica Alvarado?
Cavalcante.
Okay.
She's age 31. She's Hispanic. She was last seen January 28th, 2026.
Damn, okay, that's it. Okay. Where?
From Dominguez Street, Wilmington.
Delaware?
I believe so, sir. Yes,
Wilmington,
sir.
Delaware. Okay. That sound like Wilmington, Delaware. Okay, we gotta definitely keep the lookout for. Say her name one more time.
No, this actually this might be Los Angeles, sir, because
maybe LA. Is it Delaware in LA?
It doesn't say Delaware. It just say Dominguez Street in Wilmington.
Oh, that's the cross street.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So this is in LA?
Yes, sir.
Los Angeles? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And her name one more time?
Yes, sir. Jessica Alvarado.
Jessica Alvarado.
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. So LA, we got miss, keep an eye out for Jessica, man. And all the surrounding areas, of course, Did it say her age?
31, sir.
31, okay. All right. Hey, it's a lot of, listen, I'm going to tell you something. We just got a few of them. And for time's sake, we try to pull out the most recent. I know a couple of them are a few months back. We try to get the most recent ones But there's a lot of missing kids, man. It's a lot of missing ones. So I don't know what's going on. I mean, it's just like horrible. Maybe I was blind to it before, somehow or whatever, but it's ridiculous. You know what I mean? And no one's really fighting for these kids because a lot of people don't even know, they don't even know, what's happening. You could be walking by someone and not even know that person missing. You know what I mean? So we gotta keep the eye out. Just be diligent. The news, the news, the white man ain't going to put our kids up on the news. So we're gonna have to do it. You know what I mean? All right, go ahead.
Yes, sir.
16-year-old Brooklyn Adams has been missing since January 9th, and her family is desperately searching for answers. She was last seen in Farmville, Virginia, and time is critical. If you've seen Brooklyn or have any information at all, contact Chesterfield County Police at 804-748-1251, call 1-800-843-5678, or dial 911 immediately. Please share. Your action could help.
That gave all the information right there, huh?
Okay.
What'd you say? Were you saying something?
I was saying that was in that one, sir. On the video.
All right. What was it, Farmville, Virginia?
Yes, sir.
And okay. They gave her age and all, it gave her her age and everything? Yeah, I think it did. But okay.
I don't think 16-year-old, yeah, she did give her
16. Okay. All right, no sweat.
I believe next is the invention, sir.
Okay, yeah, we can go into the invention. We got one guy, he's real. This guy right here, I want to put him up, man. You know what I mean? Shout out to the brother wherever he at. You know what I mean? But he laid some important stuff down. Is that him? Yeah. Is that the only one, right?
No, we got two more, sir.
We got two more? Okay. All right. Let's go ahead and run it and see what the brother has to say.
Yes, sir.
Who consumed the most chicken on the planet?
America.
Go a step further. Because the white man got it from us.
Really? The black man. They fry a lot of chicken. Fried chicken.
How you think Colonel Sanders got where he was? He stole that woman's shit. He took her recipe. You know why?
Why?
Everything, put it this way. You invent something. I own you. So whatever you do belongs to who?
To your owner.
So I take the credit. But here's the crazy part. I don't know how to build it, so I need to keep you working. Do you know about the woman? Her family just sued not too long ago. They went ahead, and it's gonna blow your mind because they still try to do this shit today. They took a sample of her blood, and it was rare. Rare. It came from the original bloodline of our people back then. Before the Moors, I may add, thank you. Her blood, after it's supposedly dead, because it can live out the body for 7 days. You know that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, wow. Just because it turned brown, I don't mean it's dead. All right. Now, wait a minute, why, huh? They done cured this, making all these vaccines off of her blood.
Yeah.
How can I say that?
So what woman's blood was used to cure people?
What woman's blood was used to cure people?
Henrietta Lacks's cells, specifically her cancerous cervical cells, were used to make major medical breakthroughs. These cells, known as HeLa, allowed for cures and treatments for diseases like polio, cancer, and AIDS. While not blood, her cells were revolutionary for medicine.
Mother of modern medicine. She's black.
Never got a dime. Her family just sued. Here's another one for you. Who consumed?
That's it on there.
Yes, sir.
That's good on that. Yeah, I seen that one. I thought we put that one up, man. Instead of read the story, I let the brother tell it. You know what I'm saying? I had to feel how the spirit on the men, you know, out there, like our people, man. We got a certain spirit that, you know, we can relate to each other, man. You know what I'm saying? Especially going through stuff and all that. So, yeah, that brother brought it out. Henrietta Locke. You know what I'm saying? You can check that out. You know what I mean? So that's she gonna kick out the inventions on because they use her blood for all kind of different, you know, things. Let's go on to the next one.
Yes, sir.
Y'all can look the sister up and find out more about her. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm.
A black woman's invention inspired the call buttons we use on airplanes today.
You putting it up or what?
Heard her name. Fix that. Back in 1888, Miriam Benjamin, a brilliant black woman with a keen mind for invention, patented the gong and signal chair. Imagine sitting in a grand hotel or a busy government hall. No need to wave down a staff member. Just press a button and a bell rings while a signal pops up, silently summoning assistance. Revolutionary, right? Benjamin's chair made service smoother and more discreet, at a time when constant attendance were the norm. Her design would echo through history, eventually inspiring the call buttons we now find above airplane seats. In an era when black women inventors faced towering barriers, Miriam Benjamin's ingenuity shone through. Though she's rarely mentioned in textbooks, her legacy lives on every time we press that little button for help. Rather remarkable, don't you think? Did you know a black...
Most High in Christ, man. That's amazing. You know what I mean? Put the next one up. That's amazing, man. Like we finding out a lot of different things that have been invented by, and the word getting out. Everybody started to talk about it. The word is everywhere now. Black people unearthing all kinds of things that your forefathers and mothers had done. You know what I mean? It didn't get recognized for all kind of places that was, you know, that have been destroyed, and you know, a lot of history been destroyed. You got that old nutcase in the dang White House trying to, you know, destroy all black people's history, take down the history. You want to do away with it, you know what I mean? But you ain't gonna be able to do away with this, man. You know, this is we the people that brought down our history from word of mouth. You know what I'm saying? In the past. So yeah, it's gonna definitely get around. What we got here, Bob?
Yes, sir.
Student has used a pencil sharpener, but almost no one knows the black carpenter from Fall River, Massachusetts, who invented it. In 1894, John Lee Love looked at the massive, cumbersome rotary blade sharpeners and thought, there has to be a better way. According to his 1897 patent filing with the U.S. Patent Office, Love designed something revolutionary, a simple blade in a wood casing that fits in your palm with a compartment that catches all the shavings inside. He called it the Love Sharpener. His patent application described it as an improved device that was simple in construction and operation and could even double it as a paperweight or desk ornament. Before Love's invention, according to historical records, pencil sharpeners were heavy, wall-mounted machines. Love made it portable. You could carry it in your pocket. 2 years earlier, in 1895, Love had already patented an improved plasterer's hawk, a lightweight foldable tool for masons that was far better than the heavy one-piece versions. Here's what's heartbreaking. According to biography.com and historical newspaper accounts, on December 26, 1931, John Lee Love and 9 other passengers died when their car collided with a train near Charlotte, North Carolina. He was just 42 years old, unmarried, and largely forgotten. But his invention, according to patent historians, the Love Sharpener is still the most popular pencil sharpener design in the world. Every time you sharpen a pencil, you're using his design. If this story gave you chills, comment below. Subscribe. We're honoring the inventors who changed everyday life but never got credit. Share this with a teacher. They need to know who really made classrooms possible. Every student.
All right. There we go. You know what I mean? That's the last one?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Yeah, okay. All right. So we're gonna go with going to the topic. What's the name of the class one more time? I forgot what I named it.
Yes, sir. The name of the class is A True Warrior Recognizes God as Being Omniscient.
All right. In other words, a true warrior has a big. Give me well, First Samuel 18, I think it is, and 38. A true warrior has a big God. You understand? He don't have most people today. They think of God as being small. Something is what I say that. Like you don't worship the Lord because you don't fear the Lord. He's not omniscient in your mind. He's not the God that you claim to serve God, but yet when I see the things you do, like Valentine's Day, like this day, whatever day, whatever days that the holidays at this place right here, you flow with it as if you have more fear of this place than you do of God. And let me tell you something, that's going to change really soon. That's going to change really soon. But a warrior, he understands and has a big fear of the Lord. You understand? He don't go by. We're going to find out right now a man that feared the Lord, that had understanding. Here's another thing that this is so wicked right here. People talk about the shield all the time, right? They don't understand why they call it the Star of David. Salaki, go ahead about it.
We did have 2 stories, just to remind you, sir.
We got 2 more stories. I said, was that it?
I thought you meant of the inventions, Salaki.
What stories we had? We might have to just clip them because it's already 47. Huh?
Yes, sir. The stories is Harley asks Sorendos why so much Netflix content for children promotes a transgender.
Oh yeah, we got to do that one. And what's the other one?
And the other one is it's Black History Month. Black man tells racist black.
Oh yeah. We can drop that one. We got to do the Netflix one, but I'm gonna come back because I really want to touch on this topic. It is one that needs to be, it's real heavy, and we can get into it. But go ahead, let's go into the Netflix one.
Yes, sir.
This is real important right here. And then get the Prince of the Air for this one.
Yes, sir. Okay, playing it right now.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Senator Hawley.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, for calling this hearing. Welcome to the witnesses. Mr. Sarandos, if I could just start with you, let's continue to talk a little bit about the labor impacts here, if we could. How many U.S.-based employees does Netflix currently employ, do you know?
About 10,000.
What about in production roles?
Well, it's a fluid number, but we've had about 155,000 production jobs.
About now
on our originals. At any given time, I don't know the number exactly, sir. I can follow back with your staff, though.
Warner Brothers, how many U.S. production jobs?
I don't have the exact number, but it would be, I would think, in the 8,000 range.
Okay. Here's my question. If this merger goes through, what's your projection about the amount of domestic production, say 2 years from now? Is it going to be static? Is it going to decline?
It's going to. Our production is going to increase.
Domestic production.
Employment
is going
to increase. Most of our production is domestic, and it will continue to increase. We've recently forecast our content spend, independent of this deal, to grow to $20 billion. And that's a combination of licensing, producing. Now, those licensing dollars compel production as well. That's why it's hard to get an exact number.
Let me show you the data here about U.S. production. Recently, it's the red line here, starting from in 2021. You can see it is pretty much straight downward There's been massive shift in production, as I think as Senator Schiff was alluding to just
I
a
think
moment ago,
it's a
massive
little
shift in
further up
production
on the one.
overseas to other foreign jurisdictions, leaving.
You were saying something? Sorry.
Yeah, I think it's a little further in where I wondered. It was talking about the homosexuality on Netflix and all of them.
Yes, sir.
One of his brothers. Ah, man, I don't want to watch the whole thing. It's going to take up some time.
Yes, sir. You just fast forward ahead, sir.
Yeah, just go up a little bit. Let me see if I can. Salaki, y'all. I sent them without time stamping it. That's my bad.
You have my commitment.
Will you commit to a 45-day or longer theatrical release window for major Warner Brothers films?
Senator Hawley, I just said that I would do that under oath. So yes.
Good. And will you commit to fairly compensating your workers in the industry with residual payments?
Go down some more.
Top of market payment has been.
Content for children promotes a transgender ideology. Almost half of your content for children, I'm talking about minor children now, I'm not talking about teenagers, minor children, promotes a transgender ideology agenda. I was just looking at the data here from your various series. And what concerns me is just 2 days ago, a jury in New York awarded a former transitioner $2 million because she said that her psychologists and others pressured her into, they pushed on her an ideology that proved to be extremely detrimental. I'm sure you know that in the UK, the National Health Service in the UK has said that they're not going to perform transgender surgeries or any longer so-called gender-affirming care for minors, including in counseling, because it is so incredibly detrimental.
Stop right
Our
there.
own HHS has come forward with similar.
Stop right there. You understand what he's saying? Maybe a lot of people might not be catching on to what's going on. They're saying that these children were having gender changes, are able to go and get the psychologists, the TV. Everybody is pushing them to have gender affirming changes or whatever. I forgot what he called it. And they're allowed to have them. He said the UK had just stopped it. They were doing it in the UK. UK was like, this ain't right. We stopping this crap. But the psychologists and all kind of, and everybody is like urging these kids to go in that direction. People that have influence. And you got to understand, this is the same thing they was doing with abortions. This is the same thing they was doing at one time with the cigarettes and all kind of different things that they've promoted to the black community. You know what I mean? I remember the cigarettes, they was pushing that real hard. You know what I mean? A lot of it, don't be a dragon lady. I remember that back in the day. You know what I mean? And the abortions, you got the people in there that talk to them, the psychologists. They all are trying to manipulate your mind to perform what they want you to perform. You understand? Somebody said something?
Just saluting you, sir.
Hey, shalom. Lord of Christ, Lord be with you. So what I just want to kind of catch y'all up to rewind just a tad bit.
Yes, sir.
So we can get on, so you can just hear that again.
Come on. Make it big.
Just 2 days ago, a jury in New York awarded a former transitioner $2 million because she said that her psychologists and others pressured her into, they pushed on her an ideology that proved to be extremely detrimental. I'm sure you know that in the UK, the National Health Service in the UK has said that they're not going to perform transgender surgeries or any longer so-called gender-affirming care for minors, including in counseling, because it is so incredibly detrimental. Our own HHS has come forward with similar findings this past year. Yet if you turn on Netflix, you'll find that an enormous amount, and I say this as a parent with 3 young children, an enormous amount of your children's programming has this ideology and agenda in it. Is this an advocacy position for Netflix? Is this an ideological commitment you have? I mean, why is this?
Senator Hawley, Netflix has no political agenda of any kind. I would tell you that.
Well, then why is your children's program so full of this highly sexualized, highly controversial agenda? I don't understand it. It seems strange to me.
Respectfully, sir, it's because it's inaccurate. We have millions of hours of children's programming.
You're saying it's not there. You don't have trans. You don't feature trans characters,
That's
trans
a lie.
storylines, trans themes. It's not in your programming.
I'm saying we feature a wide variety of stories and programs to meet a wide variety of people's tastes.
Why is almost half of it? Why does almost half of your children's program feature this highly controversial, highly sexualized material? That just seems strange to me. It can't possibly be a reflection of the population.
Right there.
Yes, sir.
All right. Yeah. I just want to say that there's cartoons, man. A lot of these goddamn cartoons is geared towards children, have a hidden agenda inside of them. Y'all know what I'm talking about. A lot of times you'll see, what was that one that, oh man, the one that there was the gay they had the gay character in there. I know damn well they be having the interracial things, like that one that was with the frog or whatever, with a prince and the whatever. Y'all know what y'all don't know none of this. Y'all watch these movies and stuff like that, right?
Yes, sir.
Y'all know what movies I'm talking about when they have different. They put different stuff in their cartoons and all that. Y'all never seen that? I can't think of the name of them, but I've definitely seen the commercials and stuff like that. And I've seen a couple of them on TV. You know what I mean? Pushing that agenda. Like, that is the point that this man knows that if he pushes something long enough and if you young enough, that he can get you to go with it. He can get you to be like, oh, why? There's nothing wrong with that, because you don't know the truth. You young and you need to be guided. And so he is looking at that audience to get to bring forth his intent, what he intends to bring. And brother, let me tell you something. That is this man right here. He just damn near want to create a big old orgy and have everybody just sexual delinquent, and so on and so forth. Anybody want to say anything before we go on?
Stock yourself, if I could.
Mm-hmm.
Because of the release of the Epstein file, we're finding out that a lot of these tech billionaires were on the Epstein Islands. So now we know why a lot of these shows and a lot of these applications in technology is geared towards brainwashing children into that lifestyle. That app called Roblox, right? Roblox is a game that's geared towards children. And you're finding out that a lot of perverts are on Roblox enticing children to come out and meet them.
Yeah, so that's insane. That type of thing right there. And see, that's why they attacking children. I mean, they really attacking children, man. They really attacking their minds, man. The children are so sensitive to a lot of the things they see. They see somebody on TV and they happy and they, Barney type of character. But Barney doing this, Barney doing that or whatever. I'm just using that for an example. So it's real important. Also, they prey on these young children, man. This is a funny this cat right here. This white man is a pedophile, man, by nature. The nations are. What stop? Let me tell you something. What stops them from doing whatever the hell they want to do? You are basically the only thing that stops these cats from molesting kids, because of your moral compass. You're like, nah, that shit ain't right. Or else, if it wasn't for you, what would stop them? Muhammad was out there having sex with little kids. Wouldn't he?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Aisha.
All these white men doing some old, there's nothing stop. What stops them from eating certain things? Nothing stops them from eating. That's a bad example. But you know what I'm saying? Like the Lord's laws is what raises our moral compass, man, and teaches us right from wrong. You can't say, oh, you what do they say all the time? You born knowing right. I can't remember what they say. You born knowing right from wrong, or you should know right from wrong. No, man, you are not. You are not born that way. You know what I'm saying? Children are stingy as hell at a young age. You got to teach them not to be that way. You understand? Anybody want to say anything?
We got some responses online, sir.
Oh, please. Let me get those.
Yes, sir. U.P.K. Makolak says, is it SpongeBob, sir? Relating to the other question, sir.
SquarePants. It's crazy. I'm not sure. But it probably is. There's quite a few of them out there. You know what I mean? Pushing all kind of evil, man. You got to definitely check on what your children watching. You understand? But if it is SpongeBob, I'm not sure. I don't even watch these cartoons, man. But, I know from what I've seen in some of these commercials and on some of these, few that I've seen, that they have a lot of agenda in there. I'm like, God damn, man. You know damn well when they had transgenders reading to your kids, then you know what you gonna try to push it on there somehow. And this ain't never gone on back in the day. It's like all of a sudden they rushing everything. They're pushing everything as best they can. You know what I mean? Go ahead. Anybody else? Give me some more.
Yes, sir. Kawak I.S.U.P.K says it's all these new cartoons.
Yeah, you're right, Kawak. Because they think you ain't gonna be watching them, or they can slip something in. You like, oh, isn't that cute or whatever? No, it ain't cute. You know what I mean? Anybody else?
Yes, sir. Hebrew Dave said they're really manipulative.
Yes, they are. And that's why we should not be enabling them. You just gave them $29 more billion to work with yesterday, so they can just brainwash and manipulate and molest your kids. $29 billion more. Go ahead, Hawar.
It's like you, sir. Commander General YAHANNA did a story on Black Watch where the owner or the president of Nickelodeon, a network geared towards children, the symbol for the channel, right, was a foot. Come to find out that the guy that owned the channel, he had a foot fetish, and he had all the children on the shows spilling slime on their feet or stomping in slime. And it came out that he was essaying a lot of the children that was on those kid programs.
And he's still alive? Is this cat still alive?
They did a documentary on him. Yeah, he's still alive. I don't know if he's still in court in litigation for what happened on the show. They did a documentary.
That's the assaulting kids, man. He's supposed to be up on, Nah, I ain't gonna say that though. But it's just too many. There's too many of them right here. They think they got the realm to do what they want to. That's what they think. You know what I mean? Any other responses?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Bayala says it's still millions of Epstein files.
Man, that's what I was going to say. These kids that are disappearing, that that they've been taken over there to that Epstein Island, and these different what do you call them? These different secret societies they got going on. Man, I'm gonna tell you, it's coming out that these places are sacrificing and doing all kind of different things in there, man. You know what I mean? That they doing blood, all that. You're talking about the vampire. This is the real vampire that comes out at night because his skin is, don't agree with the sun.
Right.
And he's sucking all the blood he can get. You understand? Okay, go ahead. Anybody else?
Yes, sir. We got
Okay,
one more.
go ahead.
Kawak I.S.U.P.K says, shows with trans representation, Danger and Eggs features a trans girl voiced by Jazz Jennings. Dead End Paranormal Park features a trans man, and Steven Universe explores gender expression.
And this, I'm gonna tell you what, I remember when Snoop came out, he had some show, people saying he was standing against it at first, but I guess after all the little backlash, he came out and started to join it. Remember we came out with that story
Yes, sir.
a few classes back? Like that's a coward. That's a coward. Not only for his kids, but for Black and Latino kids that need somebody that look up to, Blacks and Latinos in positions like that, man. You can't give no kind of righteous, righteous thought. There's something to go on. That's a coward. That's a man that do anything for some money. He'll shake his ass for some money. You understand? Go ahead. Let's give him some more on that. What's the name?
Video, sir.
Yeah, video.
So,
I don't have any idea where that number would come from or what that would be. I don't believe that's been your personal experience, but I can't speak to that.
Well, what do you mean you don't think it's been my personal
I don't-
experience? You don't think that I monitor what my children watch on your... Here's what I tell you what my personal experience is since you bring it up. My personal experience is that my 3 children, I can't let them watch anything they want on Netflix. I can't let them watch anything on Netflix unless I preview it, because I don't have confidence in what's on your platform. I don't know what they're going to encounter, and I tell you what, I don't want my kids being pushed an agenda about their sexuality or gender identity when I have not had the opportunity first to discuss it with them and to form them in that. And I, frankly, on behalf of parents around the country, it offends me that Netflix is pushing this content at parents in what seems to be a very coordinated, thought through, planned out agenda in a way that, frankly, I think undermines parents. Certainly undermines
it ain't done
me
by
and
mistake.
my wife. We have to watch every show beforehand before we can let our kids watch it. Now, I don't know. That seems pretty concerning to me. I know you make a gob of money on it, and maybe that's the answer. But it just seems to me that it's a disservice to the parents of this country, particularly given what's happening with our youth.
Yes, sir.
That's enough. Give me the scripture on it.
Yes, sir.
Anybody know? You got any other scriptures? Let me know. But this is really important. This is really important right here.
This is the book of Ephesians, chapter 2 and verse 2. Where in time past you walked according...
Start at 1.
Oh, yes, sir.
This is Ephesians. This is Paul. Paul talking to the school at Ephesus. Ephesus, I think. Yeah, and he's telling them something important that they understand. Go ahead.
This is the book of Ephesians, chapter 2 and verse 1. And you have he quickened, who were dead in trespasses and sins.
You see that? What is he saying right here? You have now been made alive. You have now come into the truth, and now you are alive. You are in the school. You know what I mean? You was dead in your trespasses, your sins. Go ahead.
Yes, sir. Verse 2. Wherein in time past you walked according to the course of this world.
You were like a zombie, walking just like this, according to what was in the world. You just follow whatever they told you to follow. You just did what they told you to do. That's how you were. He's talking to the brothers and sisters in the truth. You understand? Not to every nation, not to just people. And that shows you when he talk about the course of this world, that's the Roman Empire. That's the world that they was living in. All these different schools was raised up in Asia Minor, right up underneath the Roman Empire. The white man was ruling at that time, and they was coming out. They was coming from amongst the lifestyle that they was living under the white man and coming back to God. These are blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. It wasn't all nations. That's a big lie. Read on.
According to the prince of the power of the air.
According to what?
According to the prince of the power of the air.
Why you say that? Why do you say that? What's somebody break it down to me? Hey, nobody want to break it down? Want to take a shot? Y'all read this scripture all the time. What is he saying? Anybody in the class want to take a shot before her war? According to the prince of the power of the air. All right, I'm gonna go ahead. Go ahead, war.
The prince of this world is Satan, and the air is the media or the airwaves.
Or what they allow to be. Remember, back then they didn't have the what's the name? What they allowed to be taught in their regime, or the things that they were allowing to be, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
It wasn't like they had transistor radios or anything like that. You follow what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
All right. So that's what he's saying. Now we of course we have a knowing of what they're saying. We have a great understanding of the prince of the power of the air, because they control the air, the airwaves, what goes on your radio, what goes on your TV, like the Netflix, the white man was just talking about. They even got air traffic controllers and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? They even polluting air in certain places. You know what I mean? You're not doing it. You can't stop it from being done. You know what I mean? They got zones in the air where you can't fly certain places. You know what I mean? So there's another understanding of that now. But yeah. All right, so is that it?
We have a question, sir.
Please.
This is from Shabaya Allah. Is Deuteronomy 23:17 a good scripture for this topic, sir?
Let me hear it real quick.
Yes, sir.
Mm-hmm.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 23.
Who is that? Shabaya Allah?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 23, and verse 17. There shall be no whore of the daughters of Israel.
Oh, that's always a good one. Yes, absolutely. Go ahead, read on.
Nor a sodomite of the sons of Israel.
That's absolutely good, because whoring and sodomy go hand in hand. If you got a lot of whores, you will have a lot of homosexuals. Because, and why is that? Because, there's an imbalance. You know what I mean? It promotes sexual promiscuity. You know what I mean? So, absolutely. Where we at? Any more questions?
Yes, sir. We have a response to you about the prince of the power of the air.
Mm-hmm.
This is from Shabaya Allah. Newspaper, magazines, as well as books.
Right. Exactly. Most High in Christ. Give him a hand. And that's right. Absolutely. You know what I mean? Where we at now? Oh, okay. So now we're gonna go into the how people see God. Like Christians, they see God little. They see a little God. The Most High, they don't see that all that talk about we love God and God is this and all that singing. When it comes to representing God or doing the things God wants them to do, they don't fear that. They fear the man in charge. That's why they celebrate Valentine's Day. That's why they're doing everything that the man in charge has them believe. You got 1 Samuel. Before I do that, let me see, where am I going? I know y'all women out there, if y'all didn't get them no candy or no flowers or balloons, they got a little attitude. They caught a little attitude. They throw a little tantrum, start rolling around on the ground, kicking and stomping. And that's a big kid right there, boy. I want my balloons and candy. Now, it's all right to get your woman balloons and candy, but not on Valentine's Day.
Right.
Not on Valentine's Day. Just let her throw her little tantrum, kicking and doing what she got to do. Tell her to make it more dramatic. Tell her make it more believable. You know what I mean? That's always talking about she ain't a kid. Well, if you're not no kid, I'm grown. I'm grown. If you grown, then start to act like an adult. You know what I mean? We can't do those things. You're gonna have to stand firm, black man, for this, for our nation, man. You can't expect no woman to do that. Just can't do it. That's why the Lord said, the flock of my sheep are men, man. You know what I mean? What else we got?
We got a comment, sir.
Please.
J Jack says, I had a whole argument this morning with the Red because I didn't do anything for this day.
I'm trying to tell you, brother's about to flood them comments in a minute. You stand firm, brother, man. Shoot. Stand firm, man. Listen, women, don't y'all know women get together and start high-fiving each other when it's talking about how they brought down a man. You understand? I mean, they get more, what I want to say, they get more hype and spirited. You know what I mean? A lot of times we gotta have to do the same thing with brothers and make sure brothers stay strong for these things. Damn right, man. Shoot. Both sides white. Argue with it. I'm not doing this. Wait till next week sometime. I might get you something if you act like you got some goddamn sense. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? I'll be like, you mean to tell me, she looking at me for some candy on Valentine's Day, I'm be like, you mean to tell me all that Halloween candy gone? Oh, man. Man, y'all gonna give me a chance. These women, these black women. Jabbar, you always talking about a black woman. Don't you even dream about it, about anything over here. You understand? But anyway, let's go where we at.
Yes, sir.
We're gonna read about this brother David, man. A young David who looked when Goliath came out. And Goliath came out, you had men trained in Saul's army. Saul was the king, right? Saul's army. And for warfare and all. But when this 9-foot, 9-inch giant came down day and night, taunting the army of Israel, our people, Goliath is African, y'all know that, right?
Yes, sir.
You know what I mean? The same, damn, I can't get the name. The same nation that Delilah was from. Delilah was an African. Samson was a brother. David is a brother. Right. I'm sorry, what did I say? Did I say Goliath, Samson? Okay, the Goliath and Delilah was Africans. You understand? And so if you looked at them, here you got two armies. You got the army of Israel on one side on the hill, and the Philistines, who are Africans, who are Hamites, on the other side, right? And so Goliath would come down twice a day and intimidate the Israel's army by wanting them to come out, send someone out there to fight them. You understand? So pick it up where we at.
Yes, sir. 1 Samuel 17 and 38, sir.
Yeah, I think it's 38. Let me see what you got.
Okay. This is the book of 1 Samuel, chapter 17 and verse 38. And Saul armed David with his armor.
So now here goes David. Okay, what's happening here? David had already said, listen, I'll go out and fight him. David came to camp because his father sent him with some food to bring his brothers, right? Am I saying it right? I think so. And heard about what was going on. They was like, David, you full of mischief or something like that. Give me that. Y'all know what that said? Maybe not. Don't worry about it. You full of mischief or something like that. And David heard what was happening. Like, I'll fight him. That's him. That's courage. There's a lot of courage right there on that young man. You understand? And Saul agreed. So go ahead, pick it up.
Yes, sir.
So right here, Saul is putting his mail on him. The mail is that garment. It looks like, what is it? What can I explain? It looks like chains and stuff. You know what I mean? That's that mail. Read on.
Sir. Yes, sir. And put an helmet of brass upon his head.
Mm-hmm. So he putting things on David. David's not used to. He's not trained up in the military. You know what I mean? He's a shepherd. He keep the sheep. And another thing David said, David also said, what did David say? I fought lions and bears. Why is that important that he said that? Let me hear somebody say that. Let me hear somebody. He said, I fought lions and bears to protect what? The sheep. Why is that important? Somebody give me Ezekiel 34 and 8. Anybody want to take a stab? I'm gonna tell you now. Because in the scriptures, the Lord refers to the other nations as animals. And when you read Daniel, he's going to talk about the beast that he prophesied that was the nations that was going to rule. He called them beasts. You understand? When you read in Revelations, he talk about the beast that came out of many waters. You know what I mean? They plenty, a lot. I mean, it's like metaphors for these other nations that don't know God, that just run around on this earth and do what they want, like these child molesters, pedophiles, people that eat every goddamn thing and have sex with whomever. That's a beast spiritually. Go ahead. What you got about?
Yes, sir. This is the book of Ezekiel, chapter 34 and verse 8. As I live, saith the Lord God, surely because my flock became a prey, and my flock became meat to every beast of the field.
And that also, I forgot about Adam, the beast that talked to that snake. You know what I mean? But he said, because I live, my flock became a prey to all the beasts of the field. What's that talking? What does that mean? Metaphor. Go ahead, tell me what it means. Anybody in the class? Very easy. Who's his flock? Israel. Yes. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. and we became a prey to all the beasts of the field. Is that what it say? Who was the beasts of the field? All the nations that had us in captivity. The Egyptians, the Persians, the Babylonians, the Greeks, the Romans, all of them. We became a prey to the beasts of the field. Go ahead, we're gonna skip down to verse 28.
Yes, sir. And Ezekiel, sir.
Yes, same thing. Just go down to 28.
Yes, sir.
Same chapter.
Verse 28. And they shall no more be a prey to the heathen.
Hold up, wait a minute. God said they should never be no more prey to the heathen. He said beasts at first. Now you know who the beasts are. The heathen. Who are the heathen? The nations outside of us, outside of Israel. Go ahead, read it again.
And they shall no more be a prey to the heathen.
That's it? Okay.
Neither
That's
shall
it. Keep going.
Neither shall the beast of the land devour them, but they
That's
shall
what they do. They devour us.
Right.
How do they devour us? Go ahead, Abad. Hold on. Anybody in class want to take? Oh, go ahead. Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
I said oppression, sir.
But tell me how. Of course they oppress us, but tell me how. It's so easy. Just name stuff. Name stuff. Anybody in the class taking a stab?
Yes, sir. J.
Please.
Jack says they have been eating us. Cannibalism.
Yeah, that's the actual devourers. But they devour you by putting these nations in your neighborhood to suck up the money that's supposed to go to your people. Don't you know the Chinese deal with Chinese people. Arabs deal with Arab people. East Indians deal with East Indian people. They got stores in their land right now that they deal with their people and the money stays amongst them. Africans do too. But when it comes to us, we deal with all the nations. We spend our money to everybody but us. That's one way of being devoured. Drugs. You understand? Worshiping a false white god. That devours us. Putting that crap on TV to our kids, man. So having our kids grow up no use to us, living a whole total different lifestyle. You get old, your kids will not be there for you. That's a horrible feeling, man. That's a horrible feeling. You know what I mean? They devour us in all kinds of ways, man. Go ahead.
And none shall make them and none shall make them afraid.
You see that? So the Lord is saying, I forgot the read from the top again.
And they shall no more be a prey to the heathen.
Mm-hmm.
Neither shall the beast of the field devour them. But they shall dwell safely.
That's coming up. That's what we're fighting for, man. Right. Christ said, always keep the kingdom. Fight for your kingdom. That's what he told us. He said, the kingdom of heaven, don't worry about store of riches or in this place where thieves rob and mold rust, but store of riches in heaven.
Right.
For nobody, y'all know what that one, right? Most High in Christ. So let's go back to where we left off at with King David. King David must have a big God for him to go out there and challenge Goliath, a young man. And then he told Saul, man, I can't wear this stuff. I'm not used to this stuff. I'm not one of y'all was in the army and was trained to do battle. But read on, read where we stopped off at.
Okay, verse 39. And David girded his sword upon his armor, and he assayed to go, for he had not proved it. And David said unto Saul, I cannot go with these, for I have not proved them.
See that? He wanted to go, and it felt awkward on him. He said, I can't wear these, man. I'm not used to this. Go ahead.
And David put them off him.
Mm-hmm.
And he took his staff in his hand and chose him 5 smooth stones out of the brook,
mm-hmm.
and put them in a shepherd's bag, which he had,
okay.
even in a scrip, and his sling was in his hand, and he drew near to the Philistine.
Now y'all about to hear what you call that when the boxers be on TV, they be talking about each other. You know, when they go in to make the fight more interesting. When y'all, you know what I'm talking about? They talk, yeah, your mother, what you talking about it? And then they make everybody hype. Everybody get that. You know what I'm saying? This is what's about to happen right here. Let's hear what Goliath said to David. Go ahead.
I think a war was trying to say something.
No, I was going to say they call it the face-off, sir.
The face-off. Yeah, the face-off. You know what I mean? Just that's so they can sell more tickets and make you more interested in the fight. They know now all of a sudden everybody is jumping on the bandwagon. You know what I mean? All right, but go ahead. Where we at?
Verse 41. And the Philistine came on and drew near unto David,
mm-hmm.
and the man that bare the shield went before him. Verse 42. And when the Philistine looked about and saw David, he disdained him, for he was but a youth and ruddy, and of a fair countenance.
And that ruddy don't mean white. We had so many battles on that, man. David was a handsome guy. You know what I mean? Eyes complexion, youthful, strong, in his youth. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Verse 43. And the Philistine said unto David, am I a dog?
Here it is. The face off. Go ahead.
That thou comest to me with staves?
Say it again. Go to the top.
And the Philistine said unto David, am I a dog that thou comest to me with staves?
Now y'all notice something? He said, am I a dog? Yes, you are a dog. Christ called the white woman a dog. And then he said, and then Christ said, shall I take the children's bread and give it to dogs? Meaning the children of Israel, everybody outside them are dogs.
Right.
So he is a dog. Read on.
And the Philistine cursed David by his gods.
By his God. Go ahead.
Verse 44. And the Philistine,
I think what's their god? I think it was Dagon. One of their gods was Dagon. Or the Philistines. I gotta look that up to be. Don't quote me on it. Everybody say, "Oh, so Paul said it was Dagon. It was God." Yeah, I mean, I think it was, but just don't quote me. Yeah, because I think when they took the ark from the Saul's 2 sons. I think they put it by the god Dagon. Was that I gotta double check on this. But anyway, go ahead.
A quick search says Dagon was one of them, sir. Dagon.
Okay. Oh, Dagon. Okay. Well, right, man. I ain't sniffing like that too much. All right, let's go ahead.
Yes, sir. And the Philistine said unto David, come to me, and I will give thy flesh unto the fowls of the air and to the beasts of the field.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 45.
Now it's time for David to speak in the face off, right?
Yes, sir.
Let's hear what David said, man.
Then said David to the Philistine,
Mm-hmm.
thou comest to me with a sword and with a spear and with a shield, but I come to thee in the name of the Lord of hosts, the God of the armies of Israel.
You come to me with all that equipment. I come to you in the name of the power, man. This is fight. Go ahead.
Verse 46. This day will the Lord deliver thee into mine hand, and I will smite thee and take thine head from thee, and I will give the carcasses of the host of the Philistines this day unto the fowls of the air and to the wild beasts of the earth, that all the earth may know that there is a God in Israel.
That all the earth may know that there's a God in Israel. What we doing, man? What we doing? When we got a God, God act like God is dead or something. He ain't alive. He ain't alive. God is why God is alive. God waiting on you. He waiting on you to do what to show some zeal.
Right.
How the hell you gonna celebrate Thanksgiving and knowing damn well your woman gonna want everything the goddamn white man promote? See, in that type, you gonna have to be the one to stand. I'm gonna tell you, your woman gonna fold every time without you. White man, take a minute. You see I saw a interrogation the other day, and they took the two men and to interrogate them in separate rooms. And so the brothers is holding out, right? No, we don't know nothing. They try to separate them, but they still wouldn't say anything. Right. They brought the girl in, and in 2.2 seconds, she gave all the information they needed. The rest, all of them, even her.
Dang.
She gonna fold, man. That's just how it is. Without you, you understand? So what David told that Philistine, that dog was he coming in the name of the Lord. His God was big, brother, in his eyes. His God was big in his eyes, man. You understand? That's how we got to make the Lord, in a land that where in a place where the land appreciates when you move out of the area. Can you believe that? It appreciates in value when you get out of there. This place don't want you. You understand? Go ahead, read on some more.
Yes, sir. And all this assembly shall know that the Lord saveth not with sword and spear, for the battle is the Lord, and he will give you into our hands.
I love that. I love it, man. You understand? All we got to do is have a little bit of faith, man. That's why when the Lord said in the curses that when you go against me, you're going to flee, 7 ways, I think he said?
Yes, sir.
When the enemy comes?
Yes, sir.
You're going to flee. You're going to be running. It happens all the time. When one white police car pulled up, brothers are all over, scattering. You understand? But if you were with the Lord, they would flee before your face. You understand? So go to verse 54. I think it's where David cut off his head or something like that.
Yes, sir.
Cut that Philistine's head off.
Verse 51.
Mm-hmm. Is that where it's at?
Yes,
read
sir.
that real quickly.
Verse 51. Therefore David ran and stood upon the Philistine and took his sword and drew it out of the sheath thereof and slew him and cut off his head therewith. And when the Philistines saw their champion was dead, they fled.
They fled. That's when all the men of Israel, they got faith now. They ran down there and started slaughtering them Philistines then. You understand, our people? But that's heavy. You understand? That's real heavy. Go to with it. Man. Go to where they spoke where the spies Shoot, where is it? Joshua.
Oh, yes, sir.
Joshua and Caleb, and the spies spoke the lie. I can't think of it. Joshua and what? Is it 4?
Yes, sir.
That's what the spy of the land.
And Numbers, sir?
Huh?
You want the one in Numbers?
Let me hear what that. Yeah, it might be one. Let me hear it. It's Numbers what?
Yes, sir. Numbers 13th chapter, and I believe.
Verse what?
Let me. I want to get the exact verse.
13. Is it around 30 or something like that?
Yes, it's got kinds around 30.
Okay. So started to read verse 26.
Yes, sir. This is the book of Numbers, chapter 13 and verse 26.
Let me see what's saying.
And they went and came to Moses and to Aaron and to all the congregation of the children of Israel unto the wilderness of Paran to Kadesh, and brought back word unto them and unto all the congregation, and shewed them the fruit of the land. Verse 27. And they told him and said, we came unto the land whither thou sentest us, and surely it floweth with milk and honey. And
see, this land does flow with milk and honey, of course. It sure does. Well, this is the spies. This is the spies, the 12 spies that Moses sent out to spy out the land. But I want y'all to see something in these spies. Who, you know, what this who was the warriors and who was the ones scared? Who was the ones, and why? And because of their scaredness, made them tell a lie. They lied to Moses and the people.
Well,
go ahead.
Verse 28. Nevertheless, the people be strong that dwell in the land, and the cities are walled and very great. And moreover, we saw the children of Anak there. Verse 29. The Amalekites dwell in the land of the south, and the Hittites and the Jebusites and the Amorites dwell in the mountains, and the Canaanites dwell by the sea and by the coast of Jordan. Verse 30. And Caleb stilled the people before Moses. And said,
now, hold on. They say they making the people afraid to go on that land. They didn't see the Amalekites. No, not the Amalekites. The Anak. They didn't see Anak. You know why not? Now there's giants that in the land, but not the Anak. Why? We went over this the other day. Also, go ahead, Abad.
Was they gone, or was there only like one living person left?
Who was the one living person?
The king.
Who was the king? You won it, but you ain't bringing me there.
King of
the one. You had it. He was the last surviving of Anak.
Was he the king in the land of Moab? I forget.
Yeah, he was not you. Yes, he was. I'll give him a hand. Well, you remember that, Abad? I couldn't. Nobody was gonna remember that one. Nobody only watched that class. You know what I mean? They took that land. Oh well, I want to say it right. They took the land from from Moab. Yeah, because Moab had that whole thing, and then we came and took it from them. You understand? Part of it. They didn't take all of Moab, but that was the last king, and that's heavy, because when we came came up to fight against them, the king they said he lost spirit. The Lord and made that, we defeated that king with like it was just something that we always do. The Lord put that king to death. You understand? What was his name? Jeez, I can't even remember myself. But anyway, they saying they saw them, and they didn't see them, because he was the last surviving Anakim. But there was giants in the land, like Goliath, and like there was giants in there. You want to see, because David fought against the giants in that land. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, go ahead.
Yes, sir. Verse 30.
Mm-hmm.
And Caleb stilled the people before Moses and said, "Let us go up at once and possess it, for we are well able to overcome it."
And I meant to tell you, Caleb was the one, you'll see further down the story. He said, "Let me get in that land. I'll fight them giants." Caleb was an old man. He said, "Man, I feel good. I'll fight them damn giants. Give me that land." And Caleb, that was the portion of land that Caleb got. You understand? So it's definitely a lot of history there. Go ahead.
Verse 31. But the men that went up with him said, "We be not able to go."
Read what Caleb said again, verse 30.
Verse 30. And Caleb stilled the people before Moses and said, "Let us go up at once and possess it, for we are well able to overcome it."
You see what Caleb said? We're able to do this, man. Remember, the Lord said, "I'm going to give you this land." The Lord already promised them this land. So the spies that was talking, that was saying, trying to discourage us, was the ones that went against the Lord.
Right.
But Caleb and Joshua were the only two from that bunch, from all the people that was there, including Moses, that went into the promised land.
Right.
You know what I mean? Go ahead. Now that's a warrior. Right. I tell you, the warriors, man, look at God like he's great.
Right.
Because why? God is the one that created all this, man. God is in charge of the living and the dead, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? What you got to fear, man? You ain't got nothing to fear. Go ahead.
But the men that went up with him said, "We be not able to go up against the people, for they are stronger than we."
Man, they stronger than us. We ain't able to go against a bunch of cowards, man. A bunch of goddamn cowards. It got us messed up, and then the Lord, because of our disobedience, caused us not to go on that land until, he got ready.
Right.
Go ahead.
Verse 32. And they brought up an evil report of the land.
You see that? They brought up an evil report. Keep going.
Which they had searched unto the children of Israel, saying, "The land through which we have gone to search it is a land that eateth up the inhabitants thereof. And all the people that we saw in it are men of great stature."
You see that? Only people to be able to live in that land is these giants. Is there any more on that?
Verse 33.
Go ahead.
And there we saw the giants, the sons of Anak, which come of the giants, and we were in
that's what they're trying to make them more scared. Because the Anakim, you know what I mean? They was a terror. They were a, what's the word I'm looking for? They were a, damn, I'm just skipping it. They were, they were, what's the word I'm looking for? They were bullies. Okay, I can use bully. They was bullies.
Right.
You know what I mean? They made people, you know what I mean, because of their height, they bullied people because of, you know what I mean? So they were like, "Oh, the Anna comes in there." What? You know. All right,
So like
go ahead.
So they had a reputation.
Yeah, of course. Yes. Absolutely. They listen, the one that was left in the land, I can't remember the name. Damn. Og. Was it Og? No, it wasn't Og, was it? No, it wasn't Og. It was something. The one that was left, he got in charge because he was, he was intimidating. It was intimidating all the people. All the people was rounded up and was scared of him. You know what I mean? Okay, go ahead. Where we at? Oh, give me Psalm 78 and 40. Let's read this real quick. Let's read what the Lord had to say about all this.
Yes, sir. You said Psalms 37 and 40?
And yes, Psalm 78 and 40. And also remember when Christ went into a certain place, he said because of their unbelief, he couldn't do too much.
Yes, sir.
That's exactly the situation that we looking at right here. The Lord couldn't, because of their unbelief, you know what I'm saying, they held them back. You got it about it?
Yes, sir. This is the book of Psalms. That's lucky. The water, sir. I didn't put it up. This is the book of Psalms, chapter 78 and verse 40. How long did they provoke him in the wilderness?
How long did they provoke him in the wilderness? Go ahead.
And grieve him in the desert.
And grieve him in the desert. Go ahead.
Yea, they turned back and tempted God and limited the Holy One of Israel.
And they limited him. You understand? That's what we did. That's what we're doing right now today. And because our unbelief, we limited in God. God said, if you showed a little bit of faith, I'll open the windows and the doors and pour out a blessing to you. You know what I mean? You should call them on that. You should call them on that. Is there any more than that? That's it.
That was it, sir.
Okay. That's good. All right, so you know what I mean? Go back to where we was at. Where was we at?
We was in 1 Samuel.
Yeah, go back to 1 Samuel. Give me what the Lord called David a man after mine own heart. And War, you get the scripture where he said, from between his feet, you're going to raise up, Yahweh Shai. You're going to raise up a man from his seed. We definitely need to go on that. See, David did a lot of killing. He went to war against them. Here's another thing a lot of people don't put together. Amalek, who is Amalek in the scriptures? War.
Amalek is the forefather of the so-called Jew.
Forefather of these fake Jews right now, descendant of Esau. Amalek is, right? When David went to go fight with I think he was hiding out. He was hiding out. Ziklag is where the Philistines gave him a city while he was with them. But when David went to go fight with with the Philistines, Amalek came and took David's possessions, his wives and all the men in David's military came and carried away his possessions. So when they came back, because remember they couldn't go with the Philistines because they told the Philistines, hey, that's David. I ain't taking him. He had learned they was coming to fight against Israel. I'm just giving y'all half the story real quick. But he had fought earlier against the Amalekites, who are the fake Jews. Who are the Jews you're talking about today? You mean to tell me David is a Jew and he went to go and David is the real Jew. He's a black man, right? And he went to go fight against the white man who is Amalek. The one you calling a Jew today. You understand? The irony. And then that goddamn Doeg, that Edomite. Remember that Edomite? That went and killed the priest? It shows you they ain't got no respect for nothing, man. They ain't got no respect for God or his people. Remember the priest that gave David the showbread? Y'all read the story, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Y'all know the priest that gave David the show. Remember David he told a little lie to the priest. He was hungry 3 days. He said the priest might have something to eat. And the priest like, we ain't got nothing but this showbread, but the men got to be abstained from women for 3 days. He said, yeah, they have. But he told him that he was on a secret mission from Saul. Remember that? Okay. Y'all remember that, right?
Yes.
No? Yes? Okay. So now, when the word got back to Saul, they was like, who gonna go? Saul wanted to know who would kill the priest. The priest didn't even know what was going on. They didn't know. Well, Saul was so enseized with his rage, he said, go kill the police, told the men to go kill the police. The men didn't move because they were from their nation. They weren't gonna raise their hand up against the priests. But then this goddamn Doeg, this white man, there was a white man there, it's an Edomite. Doeg was an Edomite. He went and killed the priests. He went to the city where their families was from, killed them. He went over and above. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, War.
I got a question, sir.
Mm-hmm.
So Israel always had Esau in the court of the king. Like Saul had Esau working for him?
Saul had Esau working for him.
That's crazy.
Saul had Esau. Esau, let me tell you something. Edomites was they was right around Judah. You know, at the bottom, you know, right around that in the caves and the Mount Seir. If you look at Mount Seir, it's right there. No, I'm sorry. What mountain is that? Mount oh shoot. I can't think of it. I gotta find it on the map. It's Mount. If you look at the map, you'll see Esau and Moab right there, and a couple of other. Remember, God said He was gonna leave the heathens round about. He wasn't gonna clear them all out because of our because of our disobedience. So they was right around us. If you look at the old map,
right,
those nations, so Ammon and all of them, and all them different nations. So 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 he crept up in there. You know what I mean? Saul might not have known. Hold on 1 second. One second. Saul might not have fully known the registry of this devil. I'm pretty sure he did. The story the scriptures don't really say. They tell you he's a Doeg the Edomite. So you know what I mean. Go ahead.
It's like it said he was the chief shepherd.
Maybe so. I gotta read back over it. It's been a minute. So good man. You know what I mean? Yeah. All right, so look at well, that's a heathen empire right there. But I was gonna say, look at Haman. Haman was an Edomite too, wasn't he? He was trying to kill us. And the Persian Empire. You know what I mean? So yeah. Okay, let's go on. Where we left off at.
Yes, sir. We are at the heart of like man after my own heart.
Yeah, please read that. Because a lot of people don't understand that David was David, he fought wars to unite this nation. When David first started out, you can damn near shadow him to Yahushua, because of course, Christ come back, he gonna fight the nations to give us the land.
Right.
It's like David did. David fought. He was born in Bethlehem, first of all, just like Yahushua. What else was he like? He was give me what he said. There's come a man between thy feet who shall fulfill all my will. Meaning he gave David that promise. The Lord gave David that promise, talking about Yahushua.
Salaki, sir, I was holding Genesis 49:10, but is there another precept?
49:10, what was it for?
Where it says, the scepter shall not depart from Judah, nor law.
Oh, yeah, you can read that. You can read that. That's exactly where we're going to go.
Okay, come, sir. Genesis 49:10. The scepter shall not depart from Judah.
The scepter is the little staff that the king carries. And so he's, where he's in rulership, is his, he runs, he's in charge of the kingdom. Meaning the scepter shall not depart from Judah. Judah is the tribe where Christ was prophesied to come out of. Read on.
Nor a lawgiver from between his feet.
You see that? A lawgiver from between his feet. When you read about Judah, he was chosen, and then the Lord said, you got where he said, where he made the promise to David? Abide?
Yes, sir.
Do you have that?
Yes, in Acts. Yes, sir.
Okay, read on. Lord, lawgiver from between his feet. Read on.
Until Shiloh come.
Until peace. Go ahead.
And unto him shall the gathering of the people be.
You see that? He's talking about our King Yahushua, man. He gonna gather us together. All them rebels that people don't, the brothers and sisters that hate the truth, if they don't stop their hatred, they're going to die in this kingdom right now. And I mean, stop your hatred right now, because we are right around the corner from the end of this kingdom.
Right.
Right around the corner. Christ can return in literally any minute. So we want to stop and come together as a people, man, and start obeying the words of the Lord, because whether you realize it or not, Blacks, Latinos, Native Americans, I'm talking about Blacks in Haiti, Venezuela, Barbados, St. Lucia, in Puerto Rico, the Dominican, I'm talking about Brazil, I'm talking about Chile, Argentina. What's the strip where all the ports come in? Y'all know what I'm talking about. North, Central, South America. We are Israelites. That's our true heritage, our true nationality.
Right.
Just different tribes. You understand? What's the one that y'all never made me think about it now? What's the one that let the boats come in as the United States tried to, call that their zone for a minute? Oh man, Panama, Cuba. You know what I'm saying? We all family, man. Gad, the Native American Indians. Go ahead. Anybody holding something? No.
I'm holding something, sir.
Okay, go ahead.
There's the book of Acts, chapter 13 and verse 22.
Mm-hmm.
When he had removed him, he raised up unto them David to be their king.
The remover is talking about Saul. He removed Saul because time after time, Saul was disobedient. He gave Saul time to repent, but Saul was hard-hearted. I don't see in the scriptures where he said he repented. You understand? So he removed Saul from being king. And I'm just saying this. Anybody that if you own the company and you gave orders down, and the person second in charge just disregarded your orders or did what they wanted to do, you remove that cat too. You would remove that cat too.
Right.
Or you know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
To whom also he gave testimony and said, I have found David, the son of Jesse, a man after my own heart.
A man after my own heart. Why? Okay, read on. Let's get to the part. This part.
Which shall fulfill all my will.
Listen. He said, I found David, a man after mine own heart, which will fulfill my will. A lot of you wicked Negroes. I mean, David did some, he was, there's nobody perfect but Yahushua. I mean, not perfect, but nobody was without sin. Let me put it to you like that. But Yahushua. You understand? David did some things, but man, look what he done. All y'all talking that trash, but David, man, was a warrior for his people, man. Right. Even his own people that didn't obey, that was not in league with what the Lord wanted, he went to war with, because if he didn't go to war with them, they would grow up against the Lord.
Right.
Think about that. Think about if David didn't unite this nation, man. My God. You understand? Look at what the nation was before David became king, and look how big it was after he became king. He gave us a nation. You understand? And so, David, damn sure, he said, fulfill all his will. What was God's will? I gave it to you. To unite these 12 tribes into one. Who's doing God's will today? The I.S.U.P.K. Who's doing God's will today? The I.S.U.P.K. We doing the will of the Lord, man. So don't ever talk about no Christian church. David didn't say, oh, you other nations, come on. I'm putting you all together in it. Hell no, he went to war against the other nations. Christians, didn't he?
Right.
And God said, this man is a man after my heart. Who fulfills all my will. My will is I want these tribes together. I look down from heaven and there's a man making a ruckus in the earth to bring these tribes together. What you saying? What you doing? Trying to pray that all people come together? While your people sitting on the bottom, trying to bring forth things. They got Valentine's. They got President's Day coming Monday. Right. They got President's Day coming Monday. What you gonna do? You'll get your flag and hang it up on the windshield or something like that. Get your little pickup truck and with a flag in it. You might as well. You acting like a goddamn white man. Get you some some camouflage pants and a duck hat. Not like the brothers, but you know what I'm saying. When they go hunting, they want to look just like the damn man. Esau's a man of the field. He knows all about that hunting. He want to camouflage himself. He want to get down and act like the bird. They make some good bird calls, boy. That man knows how to do that thing. All right, is that it? What was we at? So, where were we at?
Samuel, sir?
Yeah, go ahead. Where we?
1 Samuel 17 and 54.
Mm.
And David took the head of the Philistine and brought it to Jerusalem, but he put his armor in his tent.
He put his armor. He put that the armor, the sword, and all that stuff back. That's heavy. And y'all, here's another thing. Y'all check the history on this, man, because if I'm not mistaken, Caesar wanted the Romans called Caesar a god. They did they not? Caesar wanted to be worshipped as God.
Okay.
That's true. That's history. So you got, there's the irony of the whole goddamn thing, man. You got Caesar Borgia, who is Caesar Borgia, you worshiping as God and celebrating his goddamn holidays too. Worshiping white people like gods. It's crazy. Go ahead, let's read what we got. And listen, and also, these Christian churches are giving you the slave Bible all over again. Think about it. They're giving you the slave Bible all over again, meaning you were supposed to have come out of slavery, which you never did. You ain't never had no land of your own. You were supposed to come out of slavery and not be a slave to them, have your own thing going on. Well, they got you worshiping them. You a second-class citizen in the Christian church, maybe a third class or fourth class by now, A lot more people, a lot of our people, not here no more. So who knows what the statistics are now. But using that and teaching you the Bible where all nations come together, when they putting all nations all over top of you and putting you on making sure you get mashed down on the bottom, while you're the welcoming mat to all nations. Let's put it to you like that. Christianity turns you into the welcoming mat to all nations. They all walk all over you. Welcome to hell. This is hell. You know what I mean? Go ahead. Read what we have.
Yes, sir. Khan. First, are we back in 1 Samuel chapter 17? Did we finish that one? We did. Where did you want me to go next, sir?
I was gonna go to Christ, but I might have to change it. I might have to do do this one next week because it's damn near a ton of scriptures on this one. But how it links up to Christ, I was gonna go into the New Testament and then the temple. How God was pissed at us about that temple, man. When we listen, okay, let me just break this down real quick. I'm gonna end the class. Anybody got any questions? I'll take those. But in the temple, remember we had built the temple through Nehemiah. Remember that? And the elder men that saw the new temple and how it was way smaller than Solomon's. Remember they saw Babylonians destroy Solomon's. So they went and built it and it was way smaller. So the old elder men said, the scriptures say, wept when they saw the temple. You know what I mean? And then, of course, a white man know how we was, how some of us felt about the temple. So Herod launched a massive campaign to build the temple. Now, check this out now. Hold it. So now, when you get the go to the scripture with Christ, when they was telling the disciples was telling Christ, you see, look how great the temple is and all that. That was Herod making the temple marvelous to get into the temple. Remember, we couldn't let the other nations, but that was our holy place, our holy space. We didn't let other nations in the temple. But his whole thing was to try to get into the temple so that you can worship him as God to eventually get us, going there. Because why? What was he trying to do? What was they trying to do? What was the white man trying to do here? And you can read this all through the script. It's all in the scriptures. I'm not making nothing up. It's history too. You know what I'm saying? But what was the white man? We're going to go into a little bit of it next week anyway. What was the white man doing? Give me Hawar sitteth in the temple showing that he is God. The whole, read this for me real quick. Abide.
Yes, sir.
See what you got.
This is the book of Matthew.
I'm going to get this level rolling.
In verse 1. And Jesus went out and departed from the temple, and his disciples came to him to shew him the buildings of the temple. Verse 2.
That was when Herod, they were so proud of what this goddamn heathen was doing for them. They bragging on the temple. So how you think God was feeling? What you think God's mind was like up in heaven? Could you imagine? He wouldn't even let David build the temple, and David's one of us because David's hands was too bloody.
Right.
He was a man of war. But our people let white people come. I mean, Herod not come in and build it, but be a part of the temple's construction. And it was an eyesore to the Lord.
Right.
Read on.
And Jesus said unto them, see ye not all these things? Verily I say unto you, there shall not be left one stone upon another that shall not be thrown down.
You the temple. And the white man wants to get inside you too. He wants you to worship that white image. That's Caesar. Caesar wants to be worshiped right now, today, right now. You want to let him in your temple? Remember the Maccabees fought him and cleaned their temple out. That's what you need to do. Clean your goddamn butt. Stop eating the pork, shrimp, crab, and lobster, and rededicate your temple. Go ahead, Hawar.
2 Thessalonians 2, verse 4. Who opposeth and exalteth himself above all that is called God.
You see that? This white man opposes and exalts himself above Christ. I bet you, if you look in the scriptures, you'll see Mary is white. Give me some more. Moses is white. Joshua, whoever famous got to be white. Because it says in the Apocrypha, he covered the Job 9:24 say that too. He covered the faces of the judges, the disciples, and Christ. You understand? Read on.
Or that is worship.
He exalts himself above all that is worship. Hold on, slow down. Hold on. Salaka. He exalts himself above all that is worshipped. He claimed to be God. He could, you know what I mean? Roman Catholic. Can you believe that? You're going to worship the white man, without no qualms about it. You walk right up to the white man and say, I'm here for you to worship you, master. In this Christian church. The Roman Catholic Church, I say the Roman Catholic Church is the main church, and the Christian church is the Gentiles, meaning, what was I saying? Peter and them stayed at home. And Paul went to the Gentiles, right? Roman Catholic Church is the home. And Paul go to you in the Christian church as you Negroes church is the Gentile, which they don't goddamn worship with you at all. You remember when it said Peter didn't want to sit with them? Huh?
Yes, sir.
Well, your Negro church, they don't want y'all in the white churches. They don't want to sit with y'all. Same thing. With that, that's it on the class, y'all. We're gonna have to finish this up next week. That being said, we got any questions?
La, sir.
Okay, well, y'all tune in next week, y'all. We're gonna finish this up because I definitely gotta get Yahweh shine on. But with that being said, the water for coming out, man. We enjoy having y'all as usual. You understand? Y'all make my time. Y'all make my day. You understand? So, we all the men. We're gonna give a courtesy salute. Barak. Yahweh, Simi Yahweh, Barak and Thumb. Y'all in time. Now we Sar, which means the turn. We're gonna salute the sisters. Barak. Yahweh Shema Alathan Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. You understand? Y'all even time? Class is dismissed.
Shalom, Israel. It's that time again. The I.S.U.P.K. under commanding General YAHANNA presents the Lord's 57th annual Passover. That's right, the Lord's 57th annual Passover, April 4th, 2026 in Houston, Texas. All Black, Hispanics, and Native Americans are commanded to observe the Lord's Passover. This will be the biggest Passover to date. You do not want to miss this. Fresh lamb, fresh wine, and bitter herbs as commanded by the Most High. Only $200 per person, ages 17 and up. The biggest event of the year. There is only one Passover, and it's under commanding General YAHANNA. See you there, Israel. Shalom.